Just a note, I was called early before I left the hospital. There was a bus accident in Meigs County which involved school children. There was 2 dead and 4 critically injured. So please remember in your prayers tonight, and I'd ask Commissioner Fleming if you would lead us in your invocation, please.
That's correct. Well, thank you for your whole labor. Just come here and take care of business and county, pray we do what's best for county, Lord, and let's just pray for the situation. Thanks, county. Pray for those families, Lord, just comfort them and the ones that are hurt, Lord. I pray for a quick healing, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Commissioner Sonny, can you lead us in pledge?
Attention, salute, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Joe Anderson.
Here.
Brian Harrell.
Here.
Richard Kirkland.
Here.
Luke Wright.
Here.
Chad Raymond.
Here.
Adam Bell.
Present.
Bill Shannon.
Here.
Paulette Sonny.
Present.
Roger Thomas.
Here.
Chris White.
Here.
And present.
Thank you. You have the agenda before you. I'd like to make an addition to that. I had a public comment by Mayor Ingram and the Finance Director, Libby Hicks, about the old jail and the annex at the end of the agenda tonight. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. You have the minutes before you. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes from September 22nd, 2020?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Harold. Any discussion or additions? If there's none, we'll move to question. All in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, the motion carries. So you have the notary public in front of you. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I so moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Good question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move to the reports, the trustee monthly report. Do I hear a motion to approve? Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, the motion carries. We have the Director of Finance monthly reports and the quarterly reports, and I'd sort of like to group 1027-4 through 10-27-25. Can I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Do I have a motion to approve all the reports that are listed?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Any discussion?
I do, maybe for the county mayor could, on the Monroe County Airport part, the gasoline sales, the list of transactions, could we see that quarterly maybe for some estimate for the crop? I'm sorry, on the, fuel sales, it always says, look at the number of sales and gallons, I'm just curious, I don't see the, revenue, the plus side of it.
Oh, the revenue?
Yes.
We can do that because we actually run that checkbook through the county mayor's office. It goes, those checks come into us, it goes directly to the trustee's office, but we can do that.
Yeah, I think this would be a little good information, I know that airport sees a lot of traffic.
Right. And can I make a comment, Commissioner? Last Thursday, we presented our grant proposal for the taxiway and the bullhorn removal. We were funded the entire project from the state of Tennessee with zero, and I emphasize zero, local match, in the $3.6 million. We were the largest grant in the entire state, and we'll be moving forward on that. So congratulations to Tom and Gail, had a major part in that. But we did receive that at no cost to the county in any kind of cost match.
Thank you. Is there any more discussion or questions? If not, we'll move to questions. Roll call, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harrell,
Aye.
Richard Kirkland. Luke Wright. Chad Leeny. Adam Reynolds. Bill Shannon. Paulette Summey.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Chris Weisman.
Motion carries. Thank you. Resolution number 1027-26. A resolution authorizing a multiple year lease purchase and maintenance agreement for the Monroe County Highway Department. Whereas the Monroe County has a need to upgrade and maintain their current vehicles and equipment for the Monroe County Highway Department. And whereas the current dump trucks and snow removal equipment is not sufficiently meeting the needs and function of the department in concern. And whereas the proceeds of a multi-year lease agreement are currently budgeted within the Monroe County Highway Department fund, as deemed necessary in order to expedite the resolution of this matter. And whereas the projected cost of this highway department leases is such that the payments need to be spread over more than one budget year, and the Monroe County Director of Finance does not have the authority to enter into purchase contracts for this period of time without the approval of the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. Now therefore be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of Commissioners that the Monroe County Director of Finance be authorized to enter a multi-year lease agreement with the bank board, and the lease is not to exceed over a period of more than 48 months.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion or questions? If not, roll call vote, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harrell, Richard Kirkland. Luke Wright. Chad Leeny. Adam Reynolds. Bill Shannon. Paulette Summey.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Chris Weisman.
Motion carries. Thank you. We move to 10-27-26A. Be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of Commissioners meeting in regular session on October 27, 2020, that the following amendment for the Monroe County Highway Department be made in the Monroe County Highway Public Works Fund budget for the fiscal year 2021. Resolution is this for the annual lease payment for the 3 single-axle dump trucks equipped with snow plows and additional marine lights.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion or question? If not, we'll move to question. Roll call, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harrell. Said aye.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Richard Kirkland. Luke Wright. Chad Leeny. Adam Reynolds. Bill Shannon. Paulette Summey.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Chris Weisman.
Motion carries. Thank you. We'll move to resolution 1027-26B. A resolution authorizing a multiple year lease of purchase and maintenance agreement for the Monroe County Department of Health. Whereas the Monroe County Department of Health has a need to upgrade, operate, and maintain the current copier, including hardware software system within the Monroe County Department of Health. And whereas the personally meeting the needs of the functions of the department. In concern, and whereas the proceeds for a multi-year lease agreement are currently budgeted within the Monroe County General Department of Health budget as deemed necessary in order to expedite the resolution of this matter. And whereas the projected cost of this copier hardware software system is such that the payments need to be spread over more than one budget year, and the Monroe County Director of Finance does not have the authority to enter into purchase contracts for this period of time without the approval of the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. What is the favor of the board?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Is there any discussion? Let's move to question. Roll call, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harrell, Richard Kirkland, Luke Wright, Chad Leeny, Adam Reynolds, Bill Shadden, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Chris Weisman.
Thank you. Motion carries. Resolution number 1027-2016. Be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of County Commissioners meeting in regular session October 27, 2020, that the following amendment for the Monroe County Tourism be made in the general fund budget for the fiscal year 2020-2021. This is to record the award of funding to the governor's local government support CARES Act grant. What is the favor of the board?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Levy.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Harrell. Any question, discussion? If not, we'll move to question. Roll call vote, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harrell, Richard Kirkland, Luke Wright, Chad Leeny, Adam Reynolds, Bill Shadden, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Chris Weisman.
Motion carries. Resolution 1027-26D. Be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of County Commissioners meeting in regular session October 27, 2020, that the following amendment for the COVID-19 CARES Act grant in the total amount of $695,355 be approved for the Monroe County General Fund budget for fiscal year 2020-21. The purpose of this grant is to reimburse Monroe County government for COVID expenditures. Motion. Thank you, Mr. Wiseman. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Any discussion? We'll move to question. Roll call vote, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harrell, Richard Kirkland, Luke Wright, Chad Leeny, Adam Reynolds, Bill Shadden, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Chris Weisman.
Motion carries. Thank you. Resolution number 1027-26D. Be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of Commissioners meeting in regular session October 27, 2020, that the following amendment for the Monroe Jail in a total amount of $45,315 be made in the Monroe County Jail's budget for fiscal year 2021 for a state of Tennessee mental health transport grant.
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Mr. Booth, first. Thank you, Ms. Harrell. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Any questions or discussion? Good question. Roll call vote, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harrell, Richard Kirkland, Luke Wright, Chad Leeny, Adam Reynolds, Bill Shadden, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Chris Weisman.
And the motion carries. Thank you. Now we move to the Monroe County Board of Education budget amendments, and you have those before you. What is the favor of the board?
Make a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Harrell. discussion or questions? All in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, the motion carries. Resolution 2728. Resolution recommending closing a portion of Thompson Farm Road adjacent to the partial 044.01, 047.02 and partial 047.04 on Monroe County Tax Map 025, a right-of-way in Monroe County, Tennessee. Whereas the county superintendent received a request from some property owners on Thompson Farm Road to close a portion of the right-of-way. Whereas the county road superintendent forwarded his recommendation to close the portion of the road to the Sweetwater Regional Planning Commission. Whereas the Sweetwater Regional Planning Commission, in accordance with section 54-10-216 of the Tennessee Code annotated, reviewed the recommendation for the closure of the portion of the Thompson Farm Road on September 21st, 2020, a public road, and recommends the closure of the portion of the Thompson Farm Road adjacent to the partial 044.01, partial 047.02, and partial 047.04 on the Monroe County Tax Map 025, and shown on the attached illustration to the Monroe County Mission. What is the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Are there anybody here can you speak up about that, the citizens?
This is a portion of farmland that is on Thompson Farm Road on the back side of Thompson Farm. There was only 3 owners and they were all family, and they have been dealing with a lot of stolen things and drugs and everything on the back side of the property. It does not block any other use of our road. It's on the back side of theirs, and therefore it shouldn't cause any problem. There is no access needed for anyone else except them.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Any other question or discussion? We'll move to question. Roll call vote, please.
Joe Anderson,
Aye.
Brian Harris, Richard Kirkland, Luke Wright, Chad Leeny, Adam Reynolds, Bill Shannon, Paulette Sands,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Chris Weisman.
Thank you. Motion carries. I make a motion to suspend the rules of order right now. Do I have a motion to do so?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Here's what we would like to do. The mayor needs to read a proclamation. Would you like to do so right now?
Yeah. Thank you. And I believe it was the first item on the agenda, but thank you, Chairman, for allowing me to do this. I'm going to ask Ms. Jo Stapley if she'll come up. We celebrate and recognize several things in the month of October: breast cancer awareness, domestic violence, among other great things to recognize. But I don't want to overlook something that's very important to our citizens in our county. October is also Archives Month in the state of Tennessee and nationally. And we have what we think is one of the top of the line archive departments in the state. Joe, being a part-time employee, does a superb job down there. And if you don't know, Joe has been here almost a decade, a little over a decade, but Commissioners, she is a wealth of information for every department. Not only is she in charge of our archives, it's more than just books and genealogy, and my mother was really big into genealogy with Joe, but Joe and her assistant, which is a volunteer, Joey Locke, do a tremendous job down there, and is such a huge source of information. It could be deeds, it could be title searches, it could be history, and of course we know that the work that Joe did for the 200-year celebration for us. But I want to read a proclamation. It's from you all, the county commission, as well as one is in here from Governor Lee as well. It says, Joe, whereas archiving is a process by which information in any format is securely stored for a long period of time, and whereas the purpose of archiving is to preserve documents, record, and most importantly, our history that is available for our coming generations, and whereas the mean of preserving history at the state and local governments, religious, medical institutions, colleges and universities, historical societies, museums, businesses, and families throughout the state of Tennessee have established archives. And whereas well over a decade, not telling your age now, Joe, well over a decade, Miss Jo Stakely has been our staff archivist for Monroe County government. And Miss Stakely has worked tirelessly, and that is true, that is so true, to preserve and maintain the history of Monroe County by indexing, scanning, and archiving records dating back to the establishment of Monroe County. And whereas Ms. Stakely was instrumental in planning and preparing the 200-year celebration, and whereas Monroe County, Jo Stakely assists several individuals as well as other states and countries by personal visits, mail, email, telecommunications, records of vast variety. Whereas this year, 2020, we recognize the efforts of the Society of the Tennessee Archivists organization based in Tennessee, founded in 1977 to promote archives, archive education, and regionally at a level also that goes from the state down to the individual home, standing of whose work and interest in archives, special collection, record management, and aligned discipline. Whereas Governor Bill Lee has named and deemed this year's Archivist Month, October, it is your right, archives and documenting descent. And we also recognize the passage of this amendment, of the 19th Amendment in the United States Constitution on this date. Whereas I, Mitch Ingram, Monroe County Mayor, and Governor Bill Lee hereby proclaim October as Archive Month.
Thank you.
Ms. Jo.
Thank you.
Well,
Mr.
it's,
Mayor, if you can stay, and we'll go ahead and do your public comment as well.
Okay.
And Ms. Hicks,
it's actually been 15 years, but it's been a privilege. Thank you.
name.
Commissioners, Lydia and I were meeting and discussing some, obviously you get resolutions every month about surplusing equipment, everything from computers to books to automobiles to everything. We're at a point in our county that stuff, and I use the word stuff, materials have accumulated in almost every department, probably over a decade. It could be office chairs, it could be things, especially with the moving into the new jail, the old jail, the annex, the airport, and all of these facilities. We're at a point where we're going to ask if we could sell some of this surplus equipment and items. Obviously, the larger, big name ticket items, we probably need to put on gov deals to make it a legitimate, try to get the very last dollar we can. But also, there's going to be some things on there that, we're just trying to get a few dollars out of. And every single dollar we know for our taxpayers is important that can come back to the county. And that's what we're gonna request, and we're gonna ask that you allow us to move forward. And Libby, you've been instrumental in walking through and inventorying a lot of items, and this is going to be a little unique and a little different.
What we would like to do, the large ones we will put on gov deals, it will be bid out. The rest, when I look at it, I've done a lot of walking in the past week, and we're going to do it again tomorrow. We have a lot of students who are working from home. We have parents who are working from home. They're trying to find desks, chairs, things of that nature. And we don't really know exactly how much we have right now, but it's going to be substantial. What I would like to do is have a yard sale for the citizens of Monroe County, and several of us, the mayor, will put prices that are reasonable and that will generate some money for Monroe County, but will also allow our citizens to find the things that they need to operate in this particular day and time. We're going to, first of all, if any department in the county needs furniture, they're going to get first choice on it. But what they replace, we'll put the old in with that and sell that. So it's going to be lots of different things. But I will bring you a list at the next commission meeting, some pictures, I'll make pictures of it, and to get your permission to sell that, and then we'll move forward from there.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. We'll move back into order. And, we'll start with a public comment at 10:27:29. The MACA representative, we'll have 5 minutes. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, I'm Rebecca Inman, and I'm the administrator of MACA, and I'm here on behalf of MACA to request that you amend the budget to fund MACA with $8,000. That is a matching grant fund that we received from the Tennessee Arts Commission that we've already been approved for, and Monroe County has funded us for over 15 years. We're kind of a sponge for the educational side of arts and music, that where we've had budget cuts in the school systems, we try to provide grant funding and we raise money to continue those programs and help Monroe County still give back to our kids and our seniors and all ages and citizens. So we're just requesting that you could vote on that tonight, that you could amend the budget and include us in the Monroe County budget so that we can receive the $8,000 from the Tennessee Arts Commission.
Okay. We'll take that under advisement and discuss with finance and the budget committee, and we'll get back with you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. 10:27:30, Cheryl Thompson, to discuss increase in property taxes. She's not here tonight. I know she's not. We'll move on to Charles Martin, who'd like to come to the podium. Charles is not here either. So, just for info, the last part, you have the Monroe County Department of GIS and the project about the radios. You have some information about that. And you also have info about the Monroe Soil Water District Conservation. So, those things were in the packet. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Second. Thank you. We're adjourned.